Benefit of audio through Discord. You can talk through a refresh.
Talk through refresh.
Yep. Dragon Crew rides again.
Yep.
Yes.
For the first time, for the last time.
What is old is new. What is new is old.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Right.
we might as well do a little recap here. I mean, it's been like a month since we've seen each other, right? So, what do you guys remember from the last game?
Big dragon.
Yeah,
I remember defeating Durithrax.
that's right.
Yeah.
You fought your way out of a
We
snake
mounted the
temple.
skull on our ship.
Yep. Snake Temple and
Yeah, you beat the crap out of
All I know
Durithrax.
is that
He went wild.
Zayden and Durithrax faced off, and only one of them walked away.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Really off a pyramid.
Something about a pyramid.
Yeah. And
his epic wheelie.
through Keldor's epic show of power, you were able to travel
Jesus.
forward through time.
Backwards.
Well, not backwards, forward.
Yeah, we went backwards to begin with.
We rewound 2 rounds.
We went back to the future.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I went
that
back
is
to
true,
the-
right? You rewound time. Like, you guys were screwed and all died, and then, like, Keldor, like, rewound, like, 2 rounds. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was talking about, like, afterwards,
We'll go
right?
with
So
that.
That
after
never
all
happened. I
that...
don't remember
Yeah,
what that
now-
was. That never
Yeah, I
happened.
don't remember that happening at all.
Well, of course, yeah. No, right. Sorry. It didn't
Yeah.
happen. Or, yeah.
Didn't happen.
Keldor's nose starts to bleed as the butterfly effect kicks in.
Oh.
The existence of too many multi-universes.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, man. I keep losing people's videos. I apologize for that, guys. We'll figure that out later on.
I finally have everybody.
It's all good.
Already.
A little bit of time. To let it stew like a nice pot of chili.
By the way, welcome to Roll for Effort.
Yes. Welcome to Roll for Effort. We've been going for a while now, so
With the dragon.
we're already
Crew.
past that part.
Oh man,
We can edit later.
We'll fix it in post.
So, you got the message right after you arrived back in the time that that your home planet has the Devourer at its doorstep. That its destruction is imminent, and the warp shell at your command, I believe Zayden, the warp shell passed into slip space and began rocketing towards the Devourer because it is showtime.
Yep.
It is showtime.
Alrighty. Oh, wow.
Oh.
All right, so you want to scroll down
See,
towards
this
the
is why
middle.
we give you a month.
Hot damn.
This is
Dude, look
early,
how-
dude.
Look how tiny Dragon is compared to the big
I haven't
dragon.
even found dragon.
Yeah.
What the hell is
So
dragon?
this isn't exactly
Holy
to scale.
crap.
So tonight will be a little different than many
No,
other
that's the Golden
adventures
Spire.
because tonight we are going much more
there's dragon.
theater of the mindy than we ever have before.
Aw.
So, you're traveling through slip space. All the colors sort of merge together like a rainbow as they're flying by. And suddenly the warp shell is rocked violently. Everybody is knocked off their feet, who can be. And for a moment, the gravity that's in place sets free. Everybody begins floating in the air. Claction, like alarms start clacking in the background. And let's go ahead and kick off the initiative here.
Oh man. Wow.
Bendy's looking good.
Wow.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. That's still Jason.
Yeah. And in this room, we're going to change targets kind of as we go through rooms. But in this room right now, we're at a 12. And so I got first round. So the warp shell rocks again as something impacts into the side. The view screen comes back online. Alarms are still blazing, and ahead of you, you see this massive battle going on. You have all of these starships zipping back and forth, firing on each other. It looks like it's the Zavos Prime home fleet versus the Imperial fleet, and they're all sort of firing on each other and firing on this massive black void which is approaching the planet as we speak. And then Keldor, you're up.
Okay. How close am I to the ceiling?
About 5 feet.
Okay, so I am floating then, huh?
Yeah. There's no gravity.
All right. Okay. Shoot. I'm gonna put a repulsion field behind myself and push me towards the control mount, the steering.
Dude, that's fucking inspiring.
Kind of nudge me in the right direction. Damn, Gary, take your first hero coin of the season.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
Good thinking.
You're gonna need it.
Beat a 12.
Yeah, you really. 12.
Yeah, you're reshaping the forces of reality here. Beat a 12.
Beat
Meet or beat a 12.
Get all my stuff dialed in. Boom. Ah! I'll use my hero coin. There we go.
All right,
There we
awesome. Yeah, you set the repulsion field in place. It pushes you towards the panel. Everybody else, roll me a d6.
Ooh. 3, 4, 5.
Nice. Zayden,
Good number to put up.
Zayden, you're also propelled towards the control panel, along with Keldor. Mandrick, you're thrown kind of backwards towards the back of the ship, towards the power crystals and such. Bindi, you're sort of pushed off. You're pushed off the side towards the medical bay.
Star Splinters. I don't think he
Jason,
goes
would
anywhere.
I got that star splinter.
I have.
Yes, the Star Splinter. You can only be moved by forces of gravity.
So I didn't move, right?
No, there's no gravity. So, yeah, I think with your Star Splinter, you're like locked in place. In fact, that's a great point. You're probably looking around, kind of bewildered, like, why is everybody else floating?
That's awesome.
That's exactly how I was gonna play it.
That's perfect. All right, so Keldor, you and Zayden are pushed towards the control console. Mandrick, what's up? What are you doing?
Did we all start in the bridge, or?
I think so. I think you're
on the
all
bridge seeing this, right?
Right. You're all on the main deck with the bridge, the med bay, and the sort of ejection pods. And then there's like an engineering power crystal source towards the back of the ship.
Right, I'll just call out, Bindi, get back here! And lay my hands on the gunning unit and start to zero in on what's up on the board as a hot target. Do we see anything that's definitively, like, I don't know, a threat that I can shoot at?
It is a three-way standoff. You've got, on one side, you've got the Imperials firing in on the Zavos Prime Defense Force, and they're also firing in on the giant black maw that is approaching. And they're all sort of going at each other.
Remind me which side we're on, guys.
Eagles Prime.
I'm gonna start blasting. I'm gonna go ahead and just start blasting.
Like always, Mandrake.
It looks like you're on your backside, Bindi. I start firing on the whatever the black void is.
Okay, nice. All right, so you just start emptying out your.
Should I take any bonuses with that, or? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a dexterity bonus? Okay.
Yep.
I'll take a shot. Oh, just missed.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're firing out towards the void, and that void is probably a good 8 light minutes away. I mean, it's pretty far off.
Might hit.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll leave the comms to somebody with better charisma, and I'll just go ahead and fulfill the gunning.
All right, Zayden, you gently sort of bump up against the main console.
All right, so we've got the Zevos Prime Defense Fleet. What was the other fleet that's out there?
The Imperial fleet. The undead, resurrected human Imperial army.
All of our ships.
Right, and are they flying warp shells similar to what we have?
Yeah, they look very similar. But they look like they've been sort of mutated and torn apart. So they've been shaped into these sort of like geometric bits and pieces. They've really sort of taken it apart, but for sure, there's definitely looks like the sort of organic ship style.
Sure.
Corrupted would be a great way of describing that.
So I quickly sit down into the comms seat and open up a comms channel to both fleets and say, this is Admiral Durathrax of the Intergalactic Alliance of All Forces. I bring immediate orders to bear all weapons against the Black Maw that is 8 light clicks away from us. Please direct your courses there, fire all available weapons on us. And then I'll also, at the same time, and I'll point to the Imperial Warpshell fleet. You were to follow me into the maw. That is where we're heading, and I will direct a course straight into the maw of what I assume is the Devourer.
Okay. All right. Give me a charisma roll, and if you pass, give me some of your basic effort.
Yeah.
Nice charisma check. Good job, Zayden.
That's 3.
All right,
effort.
3. Well, you successfully caught their attention. The klaxon begins to sort of ring back, and you hear over the comms sort of frantic, panicky sound. Who is this? This is a military frequency. And yeah, you've made some progress. All right, Bendy.
All right, I think Bindi kind of up there floating is like, oh, this is almost a little enjoyable. And then he's going to, with that phase core, boom, kind of blink over to one of the seats, and he's going to strap himself in. And
nice.
Kind of, hands go down on the controls, not to actually like mess with anything.
Okay.
But touching the ship, I'm casting Luna's Glow on the Warpshell Dragon because she got blasted by something and rocked. And although I don't think the spell will heal any of like the mechanical stuff, I think it will heal up the organic parts of Dragon.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, I'm casting this new spell that the universe granted to me on our ship.
Okay.
Yes!
Nice!
Oh, yes, you are.
Killer, dude. Alright, give me your healing effort.
No, it's
Luna's that's
Glow.
Right. It's Luna's Glow.
Heal to full and grant an extra heart that lasts till moonrise.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So the shell kind of boom, glows out with this kind of majestic silvery moonlight shell impression kind of glowing around the outside of it.
Man, I don't want to tip my hand, but I think you might have just changed the fate of some things. All right. So the Warpshell begins to glow on my turn.
So exciting.
7. Keldor, you see on the HUD screen, it looks like both fleets are beginning to scan the vessel. And
Ours?
Yep. Like they're doing a scan on you. They're reading what's going on. And
We're being scanned, guys.
Yep. And then, but from both sides of the ship, from both fleets, narrow misses as bolts of light go pounding past the warp shell, right across the open view. You can see, the light show going on. And damn, does it look close. I mean, these blasts from up close, they're at least, 4 or 5 men tall.
Oh, man.
Yeah, heavy military fire. Okay, so Keldor, you're up.
I'm going to cast Time on My Side on Zayden and tell him he needs to give that speech one more time. This will give him an auto succeed.
Nice.
Wow.
Zayden, give him the orders.
Nice. All right. So you begin to sort of craft sort of magical symbols in the air, and Zayden takes on his own little shine and sheen. Zayden, you feel like $1 million, man.
I look like $1 million too.
Yeah.
Preach it.
Right? He's got a 100-watt smile.
All right. Okay, Mandrick. On the weapons HUD, it looks like there is an actual tracking torpedo that is right on course for the ship.
All right, I'm on it. All right, I'm hoping I got a little bit more efficacy in handling controls now. As I put in the message machine, I have since added a duranium hand to my clockwork arm.
Yeah.
Which not only improves, my dexterity, or not my dexterity, sorry, armor and strength. It looks more like a regular arm with some badass duranium armor on it. So I'm hoping I can handle the controls and not use Neanderthal technology. Take another shot at that rocket. And this.
Oh no!
I have the feel for this thing yet.
All right, a torpedo inbound.
Uh-oh.
Torpedo inbound. Zayden, we got one coming in.
Well, I got some going out. So, Jason, a couple questions. Have I ever heard the leader of the Imperium speak?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the only group that responded was the Defense Force.
The Zevos Prime Defense Force?
Right. Yeah. Sorry, I left that detail out. That's yes.
That's fine.
Yep. Human sounding, nervous, frantic.
Yeah. So I've never heard the Imperium leaders speak. Not in this battle. I'm talking about the Emperor or whatever it is that's in charge of the Imperium.
Well, I don't think you guys are in a position to really know what's in charge of the Imperium, right? You killed their sort of high leader, if you remember, and they offered it to you, and you narrowly escaped without being crowned.
Leader. So we spoke to their high leader. I remember it was in that text.
Yeah, there was a servitor bot that was there in that scene. He was sort of managing things, but at this point, I don't think you guys would have knowledge of who or what is in control of the Imperium. The last time you saw them, they were flying into to the Yavin Vortex and wiping out the alien infestation.
Gotcha.
And so probably recruiting.
I slipped down to my control panel on my wrist, and I changed my voice modulator to go back to so that I'm speaking in the voice of that leader that we killed. And once again, I go into my speech. It says, I did not hear from you, Imperium Fleet. I believe you understand that I am the one that you are supposed to follow. If you do not turn your ships and start attacking that maw in front of you, I will hit self-destruct sequence 36454, which will destroy all of your ships in space as I speak. I will be listened to now.
Brutal.
Nice. All right, go ahead. Give me your best charisma and some effort with that.
He's got my spell on him. It's an auto success.
Oh, it's an auto success. Yeah. So just give me the effort.
Only one.
Only one. Okay. But it was an auto success, so you did reach through, and a eerily inhuman voice. It's almost like if you were listening to a choir of many people speaking at once. Comes back through the comms, and it says, "Liar, but we do recognize you. What is your true name?" And on the other side, you start hearing through military chatter, once again, the other side sort of frantic, why are you in the military band? What are you talking about? Codes, like they're all sort of very confused. Bendy. Keep track of that effort, by the way.
Bindy's just going to still kind of like holding the console, and whispering to the dragon, to the shell, that it's going to be okay. I think responding to Mandrick claiming that there's a torpedo on the way in, I think he's going to kind of look at the controls and go, maybe this one. And, in an attempt to try and dodge. But,
yeah?
Again, not actually having any clue how to fly the ship.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I think I'm just going to pull that as a straight D20 roll.
Yeah.
I like it. Just give me a luck roll against the target.
You got this, buddy.
Nope.
Come on, Mindy.
Nope. The lights.
Oh, man. Okay.
Nope, not that one.
Toilet flushes.
Right.
Yeah. The ship violently rocks as the torpedo smashes into it.
Oof. Oh.
Yeah.
You're okay, Dragon. We're right here with you.
And everything, the Dragon, there's no hull breach. There's nothing like that has come up on the alarms. But you do see sort of a spike in the energy, and the sort of mysterious glow around the Dragon fades.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get my rolls in here.
First blood.
Okay.
First blood.
Okay, the scan on your ship completes, and you hear from the Zavos Defense Force. That's the Dragon. That's the Warpshell Dragon. Those damn war criminals. Ships in that sector. Capture that ship. They're renegades. Okay.
Who said that?
The Defense Force from Zavos.
Liars. Liars, all of you. One and all, you are liars.
All right. Okay.
Whoops. Sorry, I don't know why I rolled dice there. My bad.
2 more shots.
Just rolling dice.
But I was typing. And it rolled dice instead.
Yeah. All right. So the Warpshell takes 2 more hits.
Ooh.
Military fire.
Evasive maneuvers.
Yeah. They everybody not locked in to a chair, or who doesn't have a crystal shard that makes them immovable. Roll me a d6.
So nobody on our ship. Got it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, were you all locked into chairs?
I jumped into the steering wheel. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
The calm.
Zane, were you floating at the
I don't know
calm,
where
or
Bindy's at.
were
He's
you on a
pushing
chair?
buttons.
I was at comms.
Yeah, you're at comms. Okay. So go ahead and give me a d6. Three. Yeah, so you're sort of rocked backwards, and you sort of start floating backwards towards the engine chamber again.
No problem. No
They
problem.
bounce off the repulsion field.
Yeah. Well, that has a duration. Did you roll the duration for the repulsion field?
It's 1d4. I can roll that for you really quick, and then just minus 2 rounds from it.
2 rounds. I think it's still
Yeah,
up.
see now I forgot.
Yeah.
Cool.
Zayden, give me a
So it
a deck
bounces them
save.
back.
Give me a deck save.
Give you what?
A deck save.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great save. Yeah. So here's what happens, right? The ship is hit with this fire, right? And you get sort of tossed backwards, and just in the nick of time, you're able to sort of push yourself back off of the repulsion field, still there in place from Keldor, to head back towards the console. So good thinking there, Keldor. Once again, that was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yes. All right. 1 round. Okay. So it's at this point that Senator Varus, the drunkard who has been aboard your ship for quite some time now, comes up from the lower holes, kind of raving, "What the hell is going on here?
Most exciting space battle.
You do realize this is not a warship!"
Tell that to them.
Emphasis.
Tell that
and
to all of the people.
and he sees he sees this giant black maw ahead, and his eyes widen, and he starts shouting at you, Keldor. Keldor, it is your round. Go ahead.
What's he shouting at me?
He's shouting at you, "Where's the time shard?"
It's safe.
We need it, damn it! Where is it?
It's safe. I'll do some evasive maneuvers to keep us from getting shot.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We don't really technically have targets other than the maw ahead of us.
You have the maw, and you have ships from the Imperial fleet on one side, which Zayden has an interesting proposition from, and then you have on the other side you have the Zavos forces, which Zayden also has made effort towards.
Okay.
But they are closing in on you guys. They see you as war criminals for your crimes against
Does the gentleman
the
on our ship
Zurans.
have any pull either way with these groups?
Say that again?
Does the gentleman who just came onto the bridge have any pull with either of these groups?
I mean, he's a senator from a different star system, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I didn't get my notes written down.
Yeah. Varus
yeah, so
is.
I'm just gonna.
Go ahead.
Varus is what?
Varus is a senator from the Yavin vortex.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. I mean, this is what happens when you only play like once a month.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to write anything down. And Zayden's back at the comms,
Yep.
right? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold my action for a defensive maneuver if we need to dodge more missiles.
All right. So you're manning at the ready, scanning for more weapons, incoming hard weapons fire. All right, Mandrick.
Mandrick is through the the light years of space we've traveled and had some experience with, and his last interlude in the maker space, if you will, the bay of the engine room tweaking on his arm, is a little more technically competent. He's going to run a scan. I'm a little worried about the last shot we took, so let me do a systems check and see if we have any potential threat that we can cut off at the pass, any virus kind of stuff, or
Okay.
I don't know. I don't see anything to directly shoot because we're engaged in a political moment. So I'm doing a systems check, straight intelligence roll. Oh my god, that's so perfect.
I mean, it's all great to you. The warp shell. So the warp shell is definitely freaking out, but you don't really understand what it's trying to tell you.
Alright, I alert the crew of the problem. Hey, we've got a problem here, guys. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Yep. All right.
Oh,
Zen.
I switch off the comm link and I open up, I don't know if it's radar, sonar, electrical systems.
Eldar. Oh,
I'm
sorry.
going to try to tap into the basically the early warning systems on all the ships in both fleets. And what I'm trying to do is make it so that they think the warp shell is one of the whichever, doesn't matter. Let's say there's 100 ships on the Zevos Prime fleet and 100 on the other side. I want them to think that one of the other ships is the Warpshell Dragon, completely and totally random. So everybody thinks there's a different dragon throughout the entire space.
Ha ha ha! That's genius.
I like it.
I like
so
it.
good, man.
Give me, because I know you've got some hacking mods there, right?
Yeah, I'm just
remember
good at
that.
it because I'm a space pirate. I'm used to hacking in the system.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Give me that check.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant idea, man.
That is brilliant. Yeah. So, ships on both sides immediately start changing directories and kind of begin firing on each other once again in just sort of total confusion. That is well played. Well played.
At which, thank you.
Take a hero coin.
Thank you. I will take that. As the comlinks are all switched off, and I'll say, while we've got both fleets distracted, it's time for us to go meet the Devourer head on.
Okay, cool. Bendy?
Yeah, again, playing off of Mandrick, saying that he doesn't know what's going on with Dragon. I'm gonna cast tongues to speak with the shell and find out what's up with her. So he kind of goes to do some little monkey praying. Yes. So for 2 rounds, I can speak and understand all language.
Nice.
What's you'll have to help, Dragon. I can't understand all the beeps and boops and whips and whoops that are happening on this console here. There's just lights flashing and it's all a bunch of babble to me.
Bendy.
That's awesome.
Oxygen supplies bleeding into void. Fires lower deck quarters. Devourer in slip space, phased. Help.
Oh, goodness. I immediately relate all that information directly over to everyone. We're leaking oxygen, and the Durathrax, the Devourer, it's hiding in slip space.
Must be the void we see ahead of us.
Yeah.
Yes, but what good will the void do when we cannot breathe?
Varus shouts back. Oh, go ahead. What are you going to say? I didn't mean to cut you off. Sometimes there's lag in the system.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm going to start moving. I'm going to blip module, or I'm sorry, phase core to blink over into the next room, and then using my movement, I guess kind of pulling across the floor with my crooked staff, moving as far as I can towards trying to get to stop those oxygen leaks or the leak of our atmosphere. So I'm heading that way.
Okay. All right. So you're kind of heading down towards the lower level where the engineering section is.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So I figure Dragon will be able to talk me through it.
Yeah. So you go from far, and then you got the blimp module, right? So you go from far, you blimp near, and then you're close to the port bay now that leads you down below.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Varus is right there next to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and he says, "The time shard is the key. We didn't have it last time, but we have it now." All right. My turn.
Last time?
Yeah, my turn drops to 0.
Ooh.
The timer I had drops to 0.
Yes.
From the Devourer, a singularity begins to form right on the edge of its maw, and all of the ships and even Zavos begins to sort of slide towards the singularity at breakneck speed.
Oh, hell.
It is unmistakable on the consoles as a singularity. Literally, it is forming a black hole in front of it. And the only thing that you can be certain of is that nothing survives entry into a black hole. You will be spaghettified at the event horizon.
Oh shit, I guess we don't do that.
Alright.
Base of maneuvers?
And it's Kildor's round!
Oh, damn it!
Keldor, you have 2 actions you could take, because you held your last action. You didn't use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to find out. God, yeah. Can I make an int check to see if I could possibly figure out a way to use that singularity to our advantage to get closer to Durithrax or the Devourer?
Yay! Yes!
We're gonna. Alrighty. So an int check.
Give me your int check.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh.
There it is.
We're gonna do something called a slingshot maneuver.
The time shard
God.
is a splinter of time itself, and with it, you can pull. You realize in a moment of inspiration that all you need to do is activate a ritual that will unleash the power of the time shard on the Devourer, and you can pull it out of slip space.
Oh, God.
Into the system.
Drake, come take the helm. And I'll start figuring this out.
Well, you have a second action, remember? Because you held your last one.
Oh, yeah, I'm still going to yell to Mandrake to take the helm.
Yeah.
I'm going to get up, and I'm going to use whatever knowledge I have of time and space to figure this out. I will start the ritual.
Okay.
Yes.
Begin the ritual. Give me an int check, and then give me your magic effort. It's a pass.
Just hit it.
You just hit it.
Oh.
This is so
And
clutch.
then I get double my magic effort.
We'll roll high.
Oh.
All right. Hang on a second. I got to put all this back in here again. Wait. Oh, magic effort is a D something else. Sorry, 1 second. D8. That was a D20. That didn't count.
Got 8 though.
Come on,
I got
roll.
8. Woohoo! So 14.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all. 14. Oh,
yeah.
hell yes. Out of
Yeah, I placed the shard in front of me, floating in gravity. And I
yes,
start chanting.
man. Can you describe to me what's that like as you enact that ritual? Like, give me that juicy narrative detail.
Luminescent lines start forming around the crystal in these spherical forms and start spinning in a circle. The ambient noise of clock ticking can be heard for miles.
That's so
And the
fucking
entire
beautiful.
ship is engulfed in a huge ring of green glow.
Ah, yes! I love that. You need to start doing that like all the time when you cast spells. That's beautiful. That paints such a good picture in my mind.
Final Fantasy, man.
Yeah. So as you make that significant chunk of effort, you guys watch as this black cloud, like the darkness begins to sort of lift, and you see, starting from the outer edges, these catastrophically large wings begin to unfold out into the space.
There he is.
And when I say catastrophically large, I mean you could fit 1,000 Zavos Primes on one of those wings.
Holy shit.
Power! I have unmasked you!
I'm
There
really
we go.
glad Bindy's not by a window.
All right, Mandrick, you're there next to Keldor as these magical, green sacred geometries are forming around the time shard, and this clock is ticking like a thundering bolt through your mind. What do you do? There's a fire down below. The ship's oxygen supply is bleeding out into space. What do you do?
Man, there's a lot going on. First of all, seeing the magic pop off next to me, Kildor, for a time wizard, it's ironic you are always on time. And I see this dragon start to form, and I can't help but have anxiety and fear based on past experiences. So I'm going to do a little bit of battle rage, and I say, mind your stations on the fire. I'm taking her into a roll, and I roll the Warpshell into a battle maneuver and fire onto Durthrax out of rage. I don't know if it's Durthrax, but it's dragon.
Just goes nuts with the
All right.
That's awesome.
It's a crit!
It's a crit!
Oh!
See, that's the fight or flight syndrome, and fight just took over.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's always with Mandrick. That's all he knows.
Yeah, the
That's
warp
bad
shell
Viking ball.
is rocketing forward towards this, dragon that's forming out of nowhere, right? And you so deftly maneuver the ship that, Zayden and Bindi, none of you are thrown out of place. Like, he turns it at just the right angle to keep you all sort of firmly planted on the ground, even though gravity is still out.
Right, the ship flows perfectly around.
It's a
walls
perfect
banging
flow.
into.
I was gonna make, when he said the ship was gonna spin, I was gonna make you guys fly into different directions, but he nailed it so well that it was just it's so smooth. And you rocket past both fleets as they're firing on each other, and you're clearing sort of the orbital path of Zavos, headed straight for the dragon.
Take that dragon, you vile cur!
Yeah, this is beautiful. I love it. All right, Zayden, what's next?
All right, so the dragon is now, we can see him on the sights. All the ships can see him. I will bring back comms up, and I'll talk to both fleets. There's your dragon. That is the true enemy of both of us. We can resume our internal struggles once that has been destroyed.
Okay. Hit me with your hit me with that charisma roll. You know I want it.
Hero coin.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me the effort. Give me the effort. You're so close. You're so close, Chuck. Like, you're right there. Give it to me. I need it.
Baby.
I need the effort.
12.
Nice! 12!
Awesome.
Oh! You hear from both sides. People falling into line. You hear on the okay, well let's hold the Imperial side, right? When I say falling in line, it's really the humanoids, the humans that are alive and not, zombie robot monsters. The people of Zavos. You hear in like a control room weapons fire going on, right? And a man comes onto the line and he shouts, "Warpshell Dragon, this is Councilman Arak. We have just taken out these bastards, and we're on your side. We're diverting the fleet to the dragon. You must save Zavos. You're our only hope. Billions of people will die if you do not stop that thing. Our intelligence indicates that those little gray bastards might have something to do with this. It's up to you. You've got to get there in time." All right. And now we're on the Imperial side, simultaneously coming over the comms. Simultaneously coming over the comms, you hear this sort of horrible voice, right, of like a choir singing in Discord, responding back. "This is our purpose. We will serve." And sure enough, like on both sides, both fleets begin turning towards this forming black hole, the singularity, and this giant dragon which is being pulled out of slip space.
Epic!
Yeah, epic is damn. All right, Bandy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Again, still contemplating this whole thing about a key that the senator's talking about. Instead, he, still moving with, blip to near, move near. If I don't know if that is that close enough to make it. If I blip near and then move near again.
Well, where are you wanting to move to? Just describe it to me.
Still on the way to engineering to try and get into to wherever this oxygen breach is that the dragon was talking about.
Yeah, so on the bridge of the dragon, right? You've got the consoles up front. You have the med bay off to the right. You've got some engineering and power crystal stuff towards the rear, but you've got another engineering section underneath, right, on the second layer. And you blipped yourself, and you were you're right there next to the hole, basically, that leads down to the lower deck. So you can easily move down into the lower deck on your turn, and you can blimp, and you get down there, and sure enough, there's smoke, which is starting to form, but because gravity is weird, it's more like a mist. That's sort of coming out of where the quarters are, and essentially there's a whole bunch of engineering control panels that are at the very back of this thing, and it'll take a little bit longer to get to them if you want to go to those, or you can reach the quarters right this turn.
No, I got to go for those control panels. So yeah, he's doing the blip kind of through the floor to kind of save that through and then down travel motion.
Okay.
Blip to near and then dub nanner straight for those panels.
Yeah. Then I think you reach them. You reach them at that point. Then.
Okay. Yeah.
The blipping technique.
You're gonna have to talk me through this, dragon. I'm a little bit out of my element, but I think together we got this.
Yeah.
and that's my turn.
Okay.
And I got one more round left on tongues.
All
so
right.
I'm probably gonna have to cast that again.
All right, you're still being pulled. The ship on my turn. The ship is still being pulled towards the singularity that's being formed, and the speed of it's increasing. But what is really cool, and I love this about black holes in space, is that the closer you get, time dilation begins to set in. Everything else...
Time gets longer.
Right, time gets longer. Everything else outside of the dragon, behind you, it almost looks like the ships are like slowing down, like they're not keeping up with you as you're plummeting in towards the event horizon of this black hole. And Mandrick has set you guys up, though, so just to clarify, with that nat 20 on that nav roll, like, the black hole is here, and you guys are set up pretty nicely to use it almost like a slingshot, gravity-wise, so that you can pass kind of over it onto the space of the dragon. But it is still partially in slip space. It hasn't come through completely yet. Keldor must complete the ritual.
Okay. So yes, while still focused on the ritual, I will go ahead. Am I just going effort? Or am I rolling the d20 again?
Oh, that's such an important question. High side of the d6, you are gonna just roll effort. Low side, you need to make another check. Give me a check.
Yes.
Oh no, you rolled it. That's fine. We'll go with yours. I'm okay with that.
I rolled. You rolled it too.
Give me your effort.
Effort. 18.
18. Yes, you complete the ritual.
Awesome.
Yeah. And in the moment of completing the ritual, Keldor, the shard in front of you vanishes.
Yeah.
Oh. And the blackness around Durthrax, the Ancient, completely drips away. And there is this catastrophically large, scarred beast, reptilian, horrifying to look at, just covered and mangled with cuts and scars and just so much pain and rage from the ages. I mean, this is a creature that has existed since the moment of creation, and now here at the end of the universe is ready to consume it all. And it's there, the black hole's there, but you have brought the beast into the world, so something can be done about it. Congratulations.
Ooh.
Nice work, man. Well done.
Yeah, nice work. All right, and at the end of this round, we're going to take a break. So, Mandrick, you see this horror come into existence before you.
Right, God damn it! You probably can't answer this for me. I was gonna ask a physics question about the singularity, and what is there any, I don't know, indication that the star splinters I have are negating any of that? Probably not, right? Like, I'm wondering if the star splinter can resist the singularity or it's attracted to it. Any way to tell?
I think that from what you can tell from your piloting, I think that's a great question, and I don't think the star splinter is having any effect on the singularity. The star splinter is like its own singularity, and if you take one black hole and put it in another, they just sort of, swallow each other. They don't really put each other out, right? So they just
there's
combine.
No attraction there. There's no gravity pulling them together.
Yeah,
or forcing or repelling.
I mean, the star splinter is something sort of beyond. It's literally like the condensed splinter of a dying star, right? It's like when a brown giant burns itself out, it leaves behind, a core of material, and the star splinter is like from that core. So it has the ability to basically resist nearly any pull, but it's not really in the vacuum of space. There's nothing cardinally to kind of make a difference. If you'll buy that line of bullshit, I would appreciate it.
Oh, it's a role-playing game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a. I'm not sure, like how the physics of that would interact. I don't think. I mean, you've already kind of nailed it with the navigation wise. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. We're good. All right, I'm gonna yell, "It's yours, Zayden! You got her!" And I'm gonna run down and help Bendy. So I'm gonna make my way down to assist with putting out fires.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Then you're in a double manner towards the.
Down there in time.
Yeah, you reach the gap to go down to the deck below. Senator Vara sort of passes you as he's making his way, sort of floating towards Zayden. Okay.
All right, so if I can get down there and do anything to help with the fire, if you can, or if it's just a far move to get there, then I'm fine.
Yeah, you're right at like the little tube that goes down into the bottom thing. That's a far move. It's a double manner to get there, just to that far. Okay. Zayden.
All right. With comms off to the outside world, I'll assume, say, Bindi and Mendrick, I assume you're getting our ship back online. Just need a little more time. Then I'll flip on the comm switch, and I'll start scanning on all known Psyker channels. And the message I will be transmitting is, "This is Commander Morgul of the Psyker Fleet. Our plan is complete. We have brought the Devourer into the Imperium Fleet and Zevos Prime. Prepare to dock with Dragon. Provide coordinates for landing immediately."
Okay, cool. No roll necessary on that, Zayden. So, coming back through the comms is Psyker speak, which is not really entirely human at all, because they're not humans. Right? It's like a gibberish of like sounds and codes and beeps. And you can feel your ship being scanned, but what's great about that is that you're able to reverse the trajectory of like where the scan's coming from. And apparently there are some structures that are ahead on the back along the spine of Durothrax.
Gotcha.
What?
Yeah. And remember, Durothrax is like...
This is a big old
It's
dragon.
pretty much what I expected, actually.
Yeah, remember, like, you could fit planets on him, right? Like, he's bigger than planets.
So,
Oh my god, he's a giant turtle.
Yeah.
now having that direction, I will tap into navigation and put in a course directly for the largest structure I can see on there.
Yeah. You know what? Give me your perception check on that.
Does my cyber lens help me on that one?
Of course it does. Because that's badass.
Also,
Also,
the gunner, the pirate
Pass.
gunner.
Anything but a one passes.
yeah, anything but a one pass is perfect.
You better one pass.
You pick up a rather large cluster of what looks like derelict spaceships. Like, spaceships have crashed into the back of this thing. And there's like a concentration of where they're crashing. So you have definitely a coordinates that you can lock on and nav to.
Will we crash there?
As I log onto that, I'll put one last comm to internal to the crew. You're prepared to go into space. We're going in, and I don't know that we're going to be in a atmospheric environment.
Nice. All right. Good call. Mandy.
Why would we?
All right. Yeah. So down in the main engineering. Okay, Dragon. What is it that I need to do to stop us from venting all of this air we kind of need?
Outer tanks ruptured. Transfer remaining contents to storage vessels. Press sequence. And then it like spits off this sequence of numbers and letters and characters, and push the third whistle to the left, and yeah, it gives you instructions.
Do we have anything that can patch those tanks?
Yeah, me.
Like, if I was outside, is there something I could cover it up with and do some of that technical stuff to make it stick? Can I patch that from outside?
No, great question. It's never happened before, but the Warpshell shouts into your mind, no.
Oh.
You will die if you go outside now.
Oh, okay. And then he starts following the sequence of buttons.
Yeah.
And this one and one of these. Oh, that's a lovely color of light. But this is the strokes.
Yeah. I feel like I might have scooped you there. I probably should have made you roll on that one. But
I can totally
still
roll to see if he remembers the proper keystrokes.
Yeah. I mean, the justification in that is
the algorithm.
The Warpshell is perfectly aware that it is basically slingshotting around the backside of a black hole, traveling at breakneck speeds, and little turtles that go out into space at those rates do not stay on the hull. So
no, that totally makes sense.
It was a very fair question.
But someone with star splinters could.
And I feel like the dragon would have been very opposed to that idea. So it would not be willing to put you in danger.
Hypothetically, someone who had star splinters should be able to walk out there and do it.
Right, well, I was at first thinking I was just going to grab what I needed and blink right outside, holding my breath.
Yeah.
Oh, you would be cooked and frozen instantly.
You would be cooked and frozen. Right. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like maybe I misstepped there as a DM. Like, I probably should have made you roll on that, but that was my justification for it, so there we go.
No, I could totally roll to see if I actually follow the proper procedure here.
All right. It's at this exact moment, Zayden.
Do you want a dice roll?
No, I just did a dice roll.
Oh, okay. Oh,
sorry. You did.
Yeah. So Benny, you are able to secure some of the oxygen supply into cargo containers. This is like cool. It's compressed into like liquid form. It's really like tons of oxygen that are compressed into containers that things can feed off of. So as your turn ends, and I'm going to leave you guys this cliffhanger as we go into our break because I'm a dick. All right, Zayden, you watch as a hole suddenly appears in the Warpshell right in front of you as this piping hot railgun shot fires from the surface of Durothrax through the Warpshell, like clean through, right? And
no.
And as you would turn and look around, you notice there's like a spray of like little red orbs floating, and the entire torso of Senator Varus is gone as it shot through, and the cruel, cold, terrible vacuum of space sets in as Varus's body shoots towards the hole now, the hole that's been punched through the Warpshell, and his body slips out, and you feel the pull of the vacuum as well. The Warpshell flies into a spin into like a centrifugal motion, right, as it's hit. And the crystal in the back of the Warpshell begins to, as it tries to get its thrusters back into place, it begins to glow like super red, hot red. The entire upper level of the Warpshell is engulfed in red light. as the warp shell struggles to keep itself righted, and there's the hull breach and all that. And we'll come back on Keldor's round in a moment here. And have a good break.
Holy crap.
All
Right.
Holy mackerel.
Shall return.
We shall return.
Oh, you dirty bastard. That's awesome. All right. We'll see.